Hey everybody, it's Seth again, and if you couldn't guess from that introduction, today we're looking at how the Retroid Pocket 3 handles Dreamcast games. I'm going to try to take you through a whole bunch of games, including fighting games, racing games, and some sports games too. For almost all of these games I'll be using the Redream emulator, but for the last two I used Flycast because it just performs better on those two games. But I'll always have the FPS counter in the corner, so you watch and judge the performance for yourself. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get to the games. First up, we've got Crazy Taxi 2. I know I've shown you Crazy Taxi in some of the other videos, but I wanted to show you the sequel. Of course, I have to turn the sound off, otherwise, copyright restrictions. To be honest, I loved playing Dreamcast back in the day, and the Crazy Taxi games were some of my favorites, so I'm really glad that they performed so well on the Retroid Pocket 3.
Stop bugging me! Let's go! That's the right way, huh? Where are you looking at? Hey, countdown roulette. Taxi! Make a left. I was late a little bit. Bye.
Okay, next up is Cyber Troopers Virtual On. This is a game that a lot of people have complained about and said that they had frame rate dips before, but in my experience it runs pretty well. Sad to say I'm not as good at this game as I once was. Maybe I just need that twin stick controller. Alright, now it's time for Dead or Alive 2. You can notice that like Crazy Taxi, it has widescreen hacks, and it looks and plays great on this system. Since I've already shown you Virtua Fighter 3 in other videos, I figured you might want to see this. It's Fighting Vipers 2 from Sega. This was definitely another favorite of mine, both on the Dreamcast and in the arcades, Hydro Thunder. I always thought Jet Grind Radio looked cool, but I was never very good at it, so I'll just let you watch the attract mode so you can see how well it runs. I can still remember trying to set global records in Sega Rally 2. I doubt I'll be doing that again, but I have such good memories of this and the original Sega Rally, so I had to show it to you. And here you can see the introduction to a fantastic game, Shenmue.
Ryo-san, I'm all right, but Hazuki-sensei,
My father.
You know, I never got the chance to play the sequel to this game, but maybe now I'll get to do it on a handheld. Let's drop into some Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Sadly, this is another game where I have to mute the music, but it does have a great soundtrack, and it plays and looks great on the Retroid Pocket 2. This was another one of my favorites. I'm not even a big fan of tennis, but I really couldn't help but love Virtua Tennis. Thanks to the widescreen mode, I think World Series Baseball 2K2 looks better on the Retroid Pocket 3 than it ever did on Dreamcast.
It's New York versus New York. Timo Perez is up for the...
But rather than just watching me strike out, how about some home run derby?
Great history, Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, New York. It's home run derby, where the players get a chance to flex their muscles and see how many they can air out of the ballpark. This should turn out to be an exciting competition, so let's go down and get going. Jim Thome steps in to take his hats. Hit well to left center, and that's going to clear the fence. Count that one.
Alright, so Marvel vs. Capcom 2 definitely has some issues on Redream, but on Flycast, it runs great, and it has a widescreen mode, which is weird in a 2D fighting game, but because of the 3D backgrounds, it works fine. And finally, I wanted to show you a shoot 'em up. This is Mars Matrix, another game that I've seen some people talk about having frame rate issues. On Redream, that's what I experienced, but with Flycast, I think it runs really well. Okay, that's it for Dreamcast on the Retroid Pocket 3. Are there any games that I missed that you really want me to check out, that you think I need to play and share on the channel? Let me know in the comments. To be honest, since I got this, I've been spending most of my time playing Dreamcast games. And since we're probably never going to get an official handheld Dreamcast, this may be as close as it ever gets. And for me, the Retroid Pocket 3 would probably be worth the money, even if all it did was play Dreamcast. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, like, subscribe, and let me know what you want to see next. Until then, keep gaming.